Just a few years ago, the world envisioned the future of military forces as high-tech space fleets and infantry exoskeletons. However, recent developments have shifted the paradigm. Now, militaries worldwide are incorporating a new specialization: drone operators wielding VR headsets. These drone specialists, who resemble esports gamers more than traditional soldiers, are being trained to master first-person view unmanned aerial vehicles, which are revolutionizing battlefields globally. In a playful video released by a Chinese news agency, People's Armed Police officers are shown in military uniforms, sporting advanced VR visors and remote controllers. The video shifts to the drone's perspective, showcasing the operators executing complex acrobatic maneuvers and precision targeting flights, all set to the tunes of popular video game music. While the footage seems lighthearted, these men are honing their combat skills. Considering the remarkable drone capabilities demonstrated in the Ukraine conflict, these machines are far from harmless. They may well be the spearhead of future warfare. In a world where a single low-cost drone can obliterate a multi-million-dollar armored vehicle and its crew in a flash, China assembling its own army of highly trained drone operators is a development far from entertaining. It's a new threat. The war in Ukraine has made one thing crystal clear: drones are the future of warfare. It's not just about their cutting-edge technology, but their bang-for-buck efficiency. Ukraine's kamikaze first-person view, or FPV drones, have been turning heads on both the battlefield and social media, with new videos surfacing weekly showing these small drones, strapped with explosives, taking out vehicles worth millions. Weighing in at a mere 500 grams, FPV drones started as toys for hobbyist racers. Following the trend in Ukraine, they're getting a lethal upgrade. These agile, unmanned aerial vehicles can carry rocket-propelled grenades up to 1 kilogram and execute pinpoint kamikaze strikes. With a price tag under $1,000 each, Ukrainians aren't worried about bringing them back. These racing drones pack potent motors, allowing them to lug RPGs. Ben Caves, Deputy Director of Defense and Security at RAND Europe, noted, quote, "What you're seeing with these FPV drones is an evolution in terms of ability, speed, capability, and price, which is crucial. These are more like specialist Ferrari-type drones, designed for speed and agility." Their operational range maxes out around 10 kilometers, but the real edge is in the control system. Pilots wear VR-style goggles that stream live footage from the drone, offering an immersive first-person view. This perspective allows for precise strikes, making it possible to ambush in tight spots or lie in wait for the perfect target. Ukraine's drone usage marks a significant shift in warfare tactics. Reacting to Ukraine's drone success, Russia has deployed Iranian-made Shahed 136 drones for its kamikaze missions. Loaded with explosives and pre-programmed with GPS coordinates, these drones mainly target critical Ukrainian infrastructure instead of mobile or armored units. Though these Iranian drones overshadow Ukraine's FPV drones in size and firepower, they come with a heftier price tag and are more challenging to get. Countries like Australia, the United States, and Canada have imposed sanctions on those supplying these drones to Russia. The transformation of hobbyist gadgets into battlefield tools is so significant that Ukraine has launched a fundraising drive to create a fleet of 1,000 FPV drones, touting them as a revolutionary weapon. Nastya Konfederat, a member of Ukraine's aerial reconnaissance and drone piloting units, believes mass production could be a game-changer. In a live video call, she stated, quote, "Just FPVs with a payload can stop the enemy's offensive." And this impressive performance by essentially makeshift weapons hasn't gone unnoticed by other global military powers, including China. China, like any other global superpower, has heavily invested in unmanned aircraft for military operations for decades. These investments primarily focus on medium-altitude long-endurance, or MALE drones. These UAVs operate below 9,000 meters and can endure flights lasting up to 24 hours or more. These are remote-controlled warships, typically powered by propeller engines rather than jets. Notable international MALE drones include the United States MQ-1 and MQ-9 and Israel's Heron system. The People's Liberation Army, or PLA, currently fields 3 main types of MALE drones. The BZK-005, a twin-boom UAV, is in service with both the PLA Navy and PLA Air Force, potentially known as Sea Eagle and Giant Eagle, respectively. It features an electro-optic turret as its primary sensor, and was showcased at the 2015 parade commemorating Japan's World War II defeat. While these developments are crucial for China's preparedness against other superpowers like the United States, China's drone strategy has significantly evolved. The recent spotlight on the effectiveness and devastation of small, inexpensive FPV drones has driven this shift. China is now pursuing a parallel strategy to mass-produce affordable, disposable tactical drones using commercial dual-use technology, a stark contrast to the previous focus on high-end, costly UAVs. This shift is evident in China's drone operations in the Himalayas against India. In a report from July 2023, it was highlighted that besides advanced UAVs like the CH-4, China has deployed smaller tactical UAVs for various tasks. These include logistical transport, border surveillance, combat damage assessment, artillery observation, sniper support, mine clearance, search and rescue, and communication. Compared to larger, more expensive drones like the CH-4, manufacturing these smaller, cheaper drones could transform China into a threatening adversary, especially against less technologically advanced foes that lack robust anti-air defenses to counter these drones en masse. Moreover, given China's unmatched manufacturing prowess and its high output of hobbyist drones, transitioning this industry to produce military FPV UAVs should be seamless. All China needs now is an army of skilled drone operators. Recent footage released by Chinese state media reveals that PLA strategists acknowledge small drones' transformative impact on traditional battlefield tactics. They seem to be integrating these nimble UAVs at the small infantry unit level. One clip showcases People's Armed Police FPV UAV operators honing their skills in acrobatic and kinetic targeting exercises. The swift drones skillfully maneuver through a series of obstacles at high speed, darting through ground-level hoops and then dramatically ascending within seconds. The footage then shows the drones diving at high speed and smashing into colored balloons, demonstrating the precision and reliability of both the pilots and the UAVs. Another video, shared by People's Armed Police Propaganda Bureau member Zhao Zhishui, features a PLA soldier donning VR goggles and launching an FPV UAV. The drone's camera captures it deftly navigating through bunkers and openings. Additional footage shows off other drones striking static armored targets, primarily old tanks. The video leaves little doubt about the effectiveness of FPV UAVs in damaging tanks. These drones offer immense utility across various terrains and combat scenarios, capable of targeting everything from tanks and armored vehicles, buildings, and large systems like ground-based air defense missiles and radars. FPV drones significantly lighten the load on individual soldiers, providing critical support by neutralizing light yet persistent targets that are difficult to engage due to human limitations or harsh environmental conditions. A prime example is urban warfare, where the conventional wisdom holds true. It favors defenders and imposes severe costs on attackers. Victories in such environments are typically grueling and come with high casualties, as defenders use the debris in urban settings to create chaos and confusion. However, FPV drones can navigate collapsed buildings' tight crevices, nooks, and rubble, enabling them to detect and destroy concealed defensive positions. This capability fundamentally changes the dynamics of urban combat, potentially reducing the high cost and heavy casualties typically associated with these battles. The fact that these drones can be assembled with inexpensive, off-the-shelf motors and electronics makes mass production feasible, posing a significant challenge for electronic warfare systems. Jammers often struggle against a swarm of over a dozen small, warhead-equipped FPV UAVs. This evolution has spawned a new military specialty focused on drone piloting, with Russian and Ukrainian forces offering specialized courses. China is now following suit, launching its own drone piloting boot camps. These training programs cover the entire range of small UAV operations, including FPV drone piloting, essential electrical and electronic maintenance, software and firmware programming, warhead assembly, and essential infantry tactics, combined with physical conditioning. China has fast-tracked these training programs into a national strategy to bolster its domestic drone, technology, and electronics industries. This initiative includes hosting drone racing competitions, UAV development contests, and hackathons at engineering colleges and academic institutions. The seemingly innocuous footage from these events, showing small drones maneuvering through complex man-made obstacles to reach challenging waypoints within tight timeframes, is intriguing to watch. However, it signifies a dramatic shift in global war tactics and heralds the rise of a new military domain where small, inexpensive drones and soldiers equipped with VR headsets represent the future of warfare. These FPV drones, designed for rapid and precise strikes, make traditional defensive positions less effective. Their ability to swarm and overwhelm electronic defenses underscores the shift towards low-cost, high-impact aerial warfare. China is positioning itself at the forefront of this emerging battlefield technology. By integrating these drones into infantry units and developing a new cadre of skilled drone operators. The widespread adoption of such tactics marks a fundamental change in how future conflicts may be fought, emphasizing agility, technology, and the strategic use of cost-effective unmanned systems.